Hi there, Greg King here, and welcome to my video on the easy way to make money on YouTube without making videos. On this video, I'm going to share with you some tips that you don't have to die. Well, this is number 2. Number 1 is public speaking. People would rather die than public speak. Number 2 is making a video on YouTube, so we can get around that. The second thing is all businesses have one common denominator, and that is attracting more buyers and cutting down on ad costs. And my friend Paul Murphy has a process, a 5-step formula that actually is incredibly powerful for any business, and every business should be having this if you want to attract more business, if you want to attract more customers, red hot customers, by the way, and cut down on your ad costs. And in a moment, I'm going to share with you some examples of how powerful Paul's program and process is. So the easiest way to make money on YouTube without making videos. Well, as I mentioned previously at the beginning of the video, is most people would rather die than public speak or make a video on YouTube and put it out to the public. It's a real stopping point from people being extremely successful, and it is the number one roadblock. And as I don't want to put my face on a camera to make a video, and I don't blame. I had a real challenge at the beginning, and the reason I put my face on the videos is because I am the brand. My niche is showing people how they can actually increase the volume of bona fide buyers and decreasing ads. Now, I do not care for Facebook. I would suggest, well, everyone has their own views. Me, I am not a fan of it. I like Google. I like YouTube. They're the 1-2 punches when it comes to any kind of searching. And owned by the same company, you're going to get about 75% of the people looking at it. Now, what happened to me with Facebook just the other day, which was the end of my relationship with advertising on Facebook. I mean, I like it because it's social. I don't go there to actually look at products. I go to Google like most other people. So there I was. I had my ad running and it was great. And they said, congratulations. And yeah, it's wonderful. Then about 4 hours later, they said it was canceled because I didn't comply with their terms and policies. And they never told me. They just said review it. And that was pretty much the last time I'm going to put a nickel into it. Now, what's interesting is when it comes to Shopify or any of these other e-commerce stores, that's where your money goes. It goes right back into advertising. And I'm going to show you how you can actually put that money in your pocket and not into advertising. And it's extremely powerful, but that's in a moment. First of all, I'm going to share how you do not have to put your face in front. Now, you can go to Fiverr, and I'm just going to go briefly over this because I've touched base more in depth in other videos. Now, with Fiverr, you can actually get your logo designs, you can get voiceovers, you can get social media. They'll put things on WordPress, and what you do is you bid for it. And you pay people, and they'll do it for you. And it's extremely professional, and it's extremely crisp. It'll do your business good. The other one I like is called Vidnami, and that used to be called Contact Samurai. I don't know what happened. They decided to change their names where there's ownership. Now, it's a free trial. You can get a free trial for 30 days. You put your copy over to them, and they'll create videos for you. The next one that I use a Keynote, and then I talk behind the mic, which is easier because my face isn't in front, so I don't have to, brush my hair. And if I make a mistake, I can just stop, pause, rewind, delete. This is another one I use, and I'm going to just put it on, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. And if you really want to go a little deeper, just pause it and look at it. Now, biggest challenge is not so much putting your face in front of the video. It's getting your video in front of bona fide buyers. And this is one of the great things that my friend Paul Murphy has done with his 5-step process, his 5-step program, which works amazingly. And I'm going to share with that in a moment how incredibly powerful is with examples. But first, I want to be a buyer. And I've done this another video, but I did buy a drone. And once again, first place I go to, YouTube and Google. So I searched Google, and sure enough, there was drones. And on the right-hand side, you see some drones, and those are the Shopifys and the Amazons and the e-commerce places. And on the left-hand side, there are the ads that start at the very beginning. And they're expensive. Like, you're up there with DJI, and you're up there with Apple, and you're up there with Thermate. I mean, these are not cheap ads. Then as you go down a little bit more, you'll see some more like a whole quagmire of drones. And I kind of knew what I wanted, but by the end of seeing all these drones, I was actually a little confused. So I go down a little further, and there's one of these 3 videos in a row. It's known as a carousel. And I come down here and I see all these different ads, and on the right-hand side again, I see more drones. And at this time, I'm thinking, okay, I came with a game plan, and I'm kind of, I don't know. So I go over to the videos, and I see what the videos are like. And I see 10 different videos with 10 different drones, with 10 different people telling me which drone I should have and which drone is the best and which is this, here a drone, there a drone. So I ended up just going to Best Buy and just buying one, confused. Now, what if instead of seeing this, you saw this in the carousel? All of you, not me, all of you, all of your business. Now, once again, I wouldn't put my face on there. However, if you put your business or your logo or what you're selling, it'd be pretty impressive to get the first page and have all 3 of them. Now, what if instead of seeing this, you saw this? All of you on the first page of Google searches. Now, not only that, but what if you were to take a look, and after you go to Google, because people go from Google search over to YouTube, and what if you were to go to YouTube and then see this again? Now, the first one is an ad. So, I mean, they pay to do this, and they pay a handsome cost to do this. However, what if the drones were all of you? Like, how powerful would that be for your business? Let's face it, no one goes to page 2 on Google or YouTube. Everyone pretty much goes and makes a decision after probably the 5th or 6th ranking. Now, keep in mind, speaking of rankings, these are all organic rankings. So you're not paying for these ads like you do with Google ads or Bing ads or Facebook ads or, what have you. Now, I came across this guy. His name is Paul Murphy, and he has this 5-step formula that is beyond amazing. And I started to use it. I thought, well, he said, be the judge, see if it makes sense. And I looked at it, I was a judge, and I said, this totally makes sense. So this is what's going to drive my videos to the people that need to see it, the red hot buyers. And not only that, but you can see that if you actually stranglehold the carousel, the first page of YouTube and the first page of Google, how you would just basically crush the competition, because no one would go any further. And the cool thing about it is when Google sees you and YouTube sees you doing videos, they give you some loving and they start to group the videos together. I'm going to show this at the beginning. This is what Paul does, and it's some examples of what I've done using Paul's system. Example 1, organically posted. First page YouTube, first page Google, and the first on the video carousel, 4 minutes. And we're not, I've mentioned before, this is not taking 1 or 2 days or 2 or 3 months to rank up organically. This is happening literally immediately. Example 2 is 2 minutes. And I always love this one because it's how to rank in 24 hours on YouTube. And this gentleman put it on, and I bumped him in 1 minute. So I'm not talking about 24 hours. I'm talking literally immediately. This is number 4 in just 3 minutes. Number 5 in just 6 minutes. Number 6 in just 6 minutes. Now, it's not a matter of boasting. It's a matter of showing you the consistency of how I place first in Google, YouTube, and on the video carousel constantly, and how it would work for you, and how you could actually make your business jump substantially when you have hot buyers in front of you. Because once again, 75% of the people will go to Google first. Now, this also came across the question is, you're up against some big boys, as I showed you with the drone of Apple and DJI. However, I'm coming up against a couple of the big boys here with Neil Patel, who saw the president recommended him. He's a major player in marketing. He was on this for 2 years, and I bumped him in 6 minutes. So this program that Paul has works extraordinarily well. And you can see here, example, just 2 minutes. Again, 1 minute. Now, once your videos start to mature, Google starts to group them, because Google and YouTube thinks that you are a master of your niche, like you are like someone that knows your product really well. And as time goes on, the algorithms will actually group you together. And you can see here, after a couple of weeks, I took over the front page of Google. Like, is that not cool? Would that not make a huge difference in your business by promoting new buyers and cutting down on your advertising? So after watching this video and seeing the examples, a question to ask you: if you could increase bona fide red hot buyers to your site, lower your ad costs, and alleviate Facebook ad costs, Bing ad costs, and Google ad costs, as well as crush the competition by putting a stranglehold on the first page of Google, YouTube, and the Google carousel, would you do it? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Hell, I would. I did. It made a huge difference to the input of my business, and I would invite you to take a look at this. If you've enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave a comment below, and we will see you in the next video.